Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Buckeyes will kick this deep to begin the game. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Smothers.
Love to see the short. Is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
A completion makes it 2nd and short. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 45. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play, pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what you talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game. They give their running back plenty of room to run.
Short pass finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
Sets up a second down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Physical run earns the first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
They're going to run it. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Ball handed off. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Looking to throw. It's Bailey. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Direct snap to the back. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
NC State lines up first and goal. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today. And you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. The coverage team brings down the returner. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And it falls incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Now it's second down here. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Wills his way to the end zone.
Chris, you don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is. But it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. First down, looking to throw the football. And that one's picked off. What a play. He goes down quickly, but comes up with a nice interception.
What a great job here by the safety to anticipate where the quarterback was going to go with the football. That gave him enough time to be able to get over and break on the football in time for the interception.
Outstanding field position to begin this drive. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Can he get there on the ground? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Boy, that last carry, Chris, puts him right at 100 yards for the game. How's he done it? Because he's been patient. He's followed his blocks. He's let everything develop in front of him, and he's busted through for some big gains.
They'll pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on fourth down. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down.
Here we go.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Scanning the field. It's Bailey. And looking for a big play here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, NC State.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead.
That makes the score NC State 14, Ohio State.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Looking for a deep completion. Oh, the pass is picked off.
Well, when you play cover 3, you leave your corners essentially on an island downfield. Love how the corner does a nice job of being able to stay in position, stalk the receiver, and locate the ball for that interception.
Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The gain makes it second and medium. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Makes a quick grab. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his second touchdown reception in this football game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score NC State 21, Ohio State 7.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Set to kick off.
This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. And he finds his tight end for the catch. He'll go down there after picking up a few yards. Not going to be enough for the first.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
First and 10 play coming up. And here's the handoff. Breaking free at midfield. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. So we reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Short connection to the tight end here. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Man, that one hurts, especially as you're trying to close the gap just before halftime.
So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. And a timeout is called in. It's late here in the second quarter. Offense protecting the lead here, but they've been playing so well. Let's see if they go for more before halftime. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. They can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Receivers are bunched together. To the air, it's Bailey. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down. NC State comes to the line quickly. It's a shotgun run call. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. The offense with some pre-snap motion. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
That ball snagged for a completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. But the fourth quarter really starts to wear you out.
NC State has moved into the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
And the extra point makes it a 28-7 game. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Backed up this close to the red zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Great footwork, a big opening now. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screenplay works. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Gain moves the ball right near midfield. It'll be first down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pressure is coming. And the junior able to get home with the sack. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
That O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. Caught for the completion. Big gain across midfield all the way down to the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes will come to the line to run the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he throws his third interception of the day. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. To throw, it's Bailey. Defense is coming after him. They're going to scramble now. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. NC State will kick it off to start the second half. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last two possessions. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. He'll hand it off. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. So that offensive penalty will be declined, but the defense, they're happy to take the result of that play. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. And the wideout goes in motion. On the ground, it's Scott. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll try the right here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. and get that much closer to securing a victory.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Keeping it on the ground here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Ball carrier running through tackles. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, NC State. And this one is getting ugly. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Ohio State, 7.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And the runner takes off to his right. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Handoff, here comes the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
And the 42. Second down.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, NC State 35, Ohio State 7.
On the ready.
The linebacker shifting around now. And the single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give them credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? They're going to run it here. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
Okay,
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Well, great call, Chris. You're still in your own territory, but going for it in this situation isn't as risky as, say, being on your own 20, obviously. So I'm fine with the call, and clearly it works out for him this time.
Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Not the accuracy we expect from this senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Caught quickly. No, he stopped short on 4th down. The defense making a play that should just about secure this victory. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Breaking free at the 35. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
It's a draw to the back. They picked up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And now the running back's got it again. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
So this team is beginning to stack wins now against really high-quality opposition. You want